Yeah, Susie and Juan, you can see the crowd right in back of me. That is the courthouse, and that is the huge crowd gathered. This has been the case for just about under an hour. This crowd actually moved from a previous location, but for the past hour or so, this crowd has gathered here, and for a good maybe 10-15 minutes, they were silent. Many of them took knees. Many of them sat, and they were just silent. And then just a few minutes ago, they started chanting the name George Floyd, and then someone started giving a speech. There's a lot of applause. There's a lot of chanting. This is the scene now, a different scene from what we saw beginning around noon. Let's go to some video from then. From Sky 9. This was at the intersection of Valencia Boulevard and McBean Parkway. That is where this protest started today here in Santa Clarita. Folks gathered on all four corners at the intersection. The crowds grew by the hour. They were very vocal, very passionate. They had their signs. They crossed the street back and forth. They did not impede traffic. They just took a knee in the middle of the street when there was a red light. When it turned green, they got up, went back to the intersection. Now, there was a little incident that may have dispersed the crowd over in other directions, such as here. There was a suspicious device that the sheriff's department had to investigate near where they were originally. So they were investigating that and had to divert traffic. And so while they took care of that device and detonated that, a lot of the crowd moved in other directions, and I think most of them came here to the courthouse. Now, back at the original location of the protest at Valencia and McBean, I'd say there were several hundreds, my best guesstimate. Families from everywhere came, Santa Clarita, of course, but families from all over Southern California. We spoke with one grandmother who lives here in Santa Clarita, and she explained why she brought out her 3-year-old grandson, who is biracial.
I'm fighting here for my grandson and for his future. Everybody's life should matter the same. Everybody should have the same rights, and I'm going to raise him to not be racist. I'm going to raise him the right way, because you're not born with racism.
What do you think of this protest here today?
I think it's great. I think all of us need to come out here, and we need to stand together, and we need to make a change. And we can only do that if everybody comes out and we all do it together.
Back now live here at the Santa Clarita Courthouse, a different demeanor. Everybody remains positive. There's a lot of chanting, but I think there's someone who is giving a speech right now, so everybody seems very well mobilized. Now, I do want to mention yesterday, the mayor, Cameron Smythe, here in Santa Clarita, and the city council declared a 6 p.m. curfew for the city of Santa Clarita tonight, beginning at 6 p.m. However, I just texted the mayor and asked him if that curfew was still in effect, and he sent me the following text, quote, "Given the decision by Los Angeles County, along with the overwhelmingly peaceful nature of the protest, we felt rescinding the curfew was the right thing to do." So again, that is breaking news. Cameron Smythe, the mayor here in Santa Clarita, telling us right now that the 6 p.m. curfew in Santa Clarita for tonight has been lifted.